Welcome to day 167. We are in 2 Kings 5 through 8. Some really cool things again today. So I hope you're getting that theme every day that we do this. Just amazing, the cool things that are in the Bible and what God has done throughout our history. So let's get at it. Naaman, the king of Aram's army commander, Naaman, gets leprosy and is getting sick, and he calls, and Elisha says, hey, go down to the water and dip yourself in the water 7 times. In chapter 5 of 2 Kings, verse 10, Elisha sent a messenger out to him with this message: go and wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River, then your skin will be restored and you will be healed of your leprosy. Whoa, that's so cool. The miracle of healing him of leprosy, and the number 7 again. So in your list, make sure you got that in your number 7s again, and hold that list out. And then you have so Naaman actually did this and was healed for it. And then you have Elisha, knowing that his servant went and took money from Naaman. Naaman tried to give Elisha money, and Elisha said no. And Elisha's servant went after him and said, yeah, we need some of that money. And so here's what Elisha said, verse 26. But Elisha asked him, do you realize that I was in the spirit when Naaman stepped down from his chariot to meet you? Is this the time to receive money and clothing, olive groves and vineyards, sheep and cattle, and male and female servants? Because you've done this, you and your descendants will suffer from Naaman's leprosy forever. Holy cow. Number 1, Elisha saw it all. God gave Elisha the ability to see what was happening far away, where he couldn't see physically. Number 2, he gave his servant leprosy forever. What an amazing, powerful thing. All the more reason to fear God. And the more we get into this, the more we realize that God truly loves us. At the same time, he is all-powerful and all-knowing. We need to just submit to him no matter what. And then we get the next thing, floating axe. This is cool. Think about what an axe is. They had axes back then. The head flies off, whatever it was, iron, made of iron, goes in the water and sinks. And so Elisha says, takes a piece of stick, throws it in the water, and up floats the axe. Crazy. I mean, who thinks of those things? And God does things that we wouldn't expect to do. So, chapter 6, verse 6, where did it fall? The man of God asked. When he showed him the place, Elisha cut a stick and threw it into the water at the spot. Then the axe head floated to the surface. Right. Yeah, think of an iron axe head floating on the surface of the water. Absolutely miraculous. All right, and then we get into some more, even greater miraculous things. Chariots of Fire. We already talked about Elijah being taken away in a chariot of fire. Okay? Chapter 6, 16 through 17. Don't be afraid, Elisha told him, for there are more on our side than on theirs. So the army was there ready to attack, and Elisha's praying, O Lord, open his eyes, his servant's eyes, and let him see. The Lord opened the young man's eyes, and when he looked up, he saw that the hillside around Elisha was filled with horses and chariots of fire. Yeah, there's going to be horses in heaven. I can't wait to see a chariot of fire, though. That's going to be kind of cool. So he sees all this, and then the story goes on, and they chase away the Lord's army chases away the army that's attacking. And then in verse 18, here's what happens. As the Aramean army advanced toward him, Elisha prayed, O Lord, please make them blind. Not one person blind. I mean, first of all, we don't even have the ability to make one person blind. He prays that the entire army is blind. So the Lord struck them with blindness as Elisha had asked. How amazing is that? That's just another cool story. So, if you got a story list, add that to your story. Cool story just to share. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the number 7 again. 2 Kings chapter 8, verse 1. So the woman that he had brought her son's boy back to life, whatever. she's there, and he goes to her and says, hey, there's a famine coming, so why don't you leave this area? Because Elisha loved these people. So here's what he says. Elisha had told the woman whose son he had brought back to life, take your family and move to some other place. For the Lord has called for a famine in Israel that will last for 7 years. So the woman did as the man of God instructed. She took her family and settled in the land of the Philistines for 7 years. So there's another thing you can add to your 7. That's your day 167. I'll see you tomorrow.